Welcome to Recovery Report Live. I'm Dan Odess, President of GlobalPro, where we manage risk to recovery. And we have managed more than $1 billion in recovery and represented more than 1,000 community associations and business owners in the placement of insurance. Why does that matter? Because for the last 10 years, we have advocated for policyholders in protecting their rights. That's important to our community and to the welfare of your community associations as well as businesses. We continue to do those things because you, as policyholders, most often buy your insurance without ever seeing it, touching it, feeling it, getting to test drive it before you buy it. Most of you probably don't even have a copy of your insurance policy for your business or community association. But we are insurance coverage experts, and for the last 10 years, we have made sure that you get everything that you're entitled to under your insurance and that your rights are protected. And that's what makes us different. And we will continue to do that, as well as support our community in any of its recovery efforts. We have so many exciting initiatives throughout the entire year, and so many that we've already done in this first quarter. And we are here right now at the end of the first quarter, celebrating our 10th year in business. And for any small business, that's a huge accomplishment, and it's not possible without our entire team, our colleagues, and all of our loyal clients that have worked with us and believed in us from day one. I want to thank all of you for supporting us, for working with us, for being there with us from day one until now, and for the next 10 years. We have so much exciting things to share with you. So if you're not already following us on social media, you haven't liked our Facebook page, you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do those things, because we want to continue providing that to you. And while I'm talking about 10 years, because just yesterday was that milestone. But there was a lot of things that happened over the past couple weeks, one of which is the legislative session came to an end. And unfortunately, many of the bills that were proposed to help community associations deal with the transition and the changes that we're expecting in the wake of the tragedy that occurred in Surfside, unfortunately failed. But what does that mean for a community association? We have some tips for you. We want to make sure that you're still continuing to plan as if some of this legislation was passed, like things like reviewing your budgets and auditing and making sure that you are properly reserving, doing additional inspections of your building, making sure that those things are in line with the current standards and you're protecting your neighbors and your investment in your association. It's really, really important. And as you're planning for the impending legislation, and as you hire experts, whether it's in construction, engineering, in the legal industry, make sure that you vet those individuals to ensure that they have the qualifications that will actually help you in your journey and your preparation for what's to expect. While it didn't pass this year, we do expect other changes to occur throughout the year and certainly in next legislative session. So check their references, check their qualifications, ask them about the work they've done for other associations or businesses, and ensuring that they can actually properly represent you in planning for the expected changes in the legislation. It's really important. You don't want to spend a heck of a lot of money with someone that does not quite fit the skill sets or has the skill sets you need in order to protect your association. So really important things there. Also want to talk about some of the other things that you want to expect or plan for. So I discussed who you should hire, but I want to talk about some of the other things that you should be thinking about considering. Let's talk about the proper bidding process. A lot of times we are rushing to choose the cheapest contractor who bid the lowest. In the construction industry, as a licensed general contractor with decades of experience, believe me, it's probably not the best bet just to choose the cheapest. And when you're looking for concrete restoration work or structural work, you certainly want to make sure that if they do come in lowest, that they didn't miss something. And just because someone bid at the lowest doesn't mean they're not qualified to do it. They may have simply missed a detail or missed part of the RFP. So, and the request for proposal needs to be written in a way that you avoid these types of situations. So when you're hiring and you're vetting your engineers, making sure that they have gone through the process of putting these types of things together for a 40 or 50 year type of recertification will be essential and important. They're talking about doing these types of inspections earlier on, 10, 20, 30, 25 years, whatever it may be. But if they have experience in doing the 40 and 50, I'm sure they can help you in the earlier stage inspections that we're expecting to be added to the legislation. Another thing is looking for opportunities when you're doing those inspections for recovery from your own insurance. A lot of associations don't realize that some of the issues that may be identified by your engineer while going through the inspection process for a recertification may actually be covered by insurance. But again, having an insurance cover expert like GlobalPro on your side, working with your engineer, is essential to being able to identify that, but also making sure that the proper information is included in those reports that actually will assist you in that recovery. Unfortunately, there are some lawyers that have tried to jump into the game, seeing our success, who aren't quite qualified to do those things. They have no experience in construction, don't really understand how to even read the engineering reports. While they may understand case law and insurance, they're missing that one important aspect, which is the construction, which will lead to the recovery or to be able to make the claim for the recovery. We here at GlobalPro have all of those skill sets, whether it's from the insurance to the construction side of it. So that's why we're best well suited to meet with you and walk you through that process. So something also really important to consider, again, kind of going back to my earlier statements about who you're hiring and when you're hiring them, but here just wanted to provide you a few little details about that. But as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, we're celebrating our 10 years, and we want to thank all of you, honestly, from the bottom of my own heart, my family, my family here at GlobalPro. We are very, very grateful for all of you and for continuing to support us. And again, continue to tune in. If you haven't already, like us, follow us on all the social media. We want to provide you the information you can use. And it's important, if you're a board member, if you're a business owner, that you're tuned in every single week to hear these broadcasts, to get this information, to follow us on our social media. Because not only here are we providing that information, we're constantly pushing out new and different content. We're working with partners in the industry to provide you different angles and perspectives on things so that you can make the proper decisions that's in the best interest of your community association and your business. So again, thanks for tuning in this week. We'll see you the same place, same time, every single week, right here on the Recovery Report Live.